Well, welcome to Grenade Mentality Works. I was going to shoot this before he started mowing, but I guess it's not going to happen. Neighbors mowing, dogs are barking, trucks are being run up and down the road, so it's only fitting I try and do a video. This is going to be on a new Countyline, I think it's Countyline, yeah, Countyline Model FC 50-inch or 48-inch, 4-foot rototiller. This is how it comes right from the store. It's in its own little cradle. The shielded PTO, it's got a slip clutch on it so you don't bust out your tractor PTO. And that's packed underneath. We have a couple more packages that are packed underneath, and those I believe are the side plates for the top link hookup. This thing is massive. Now here's my hand, and you can see this is 1/4 inch, this is 1/4 inch, or yeah, at least 1/4 inch. This is heavy. This shield's gotta be 12 gauge, at least 12 gauge. And we have a 5/16 plate on that side. This side has a 1/4 inch. This is actually like a dummy tube, a brace, but it's hooked up here to the what did you call this gearbox? I call it a gearbox. I'm more industrial minded than farm minded, but that's where your PTO will hook up, transfer the energy through a shaft here. And it says it is a gear drive. I think it's gear drive, but to a chain, I'm not sure. It comes full of oil. They were saying it may not come with oil in it, so be careful. I'm going to definitely check the oil levels and check and make sure that I have the right kind of oil in it. It's got a nice little breather on top, which is great. As it heats up, and it will with running it, it's going to get the oil warmer, which will need to be vented, and it comes with a vent on it instead of just a plug and a hole out to the atmosphere. Now, one thing I've noticed is I've tried to get the manual out of here, and this cap, you can work the cap off. Not too hard to work the cap off. Well, not too easy to work the cap off either. But you're going to mutilate your manuals because it's kind of thick trying to get it out of there. So I'm going to have to take that off, and we'll find a new way to mount it. And nice little protective sleeve on the PTO hookup, and that is nice to be able to store it if you're not going to store it with the PTO, with the drive link hooked up. So let's see, there's 4 tines, or there's 6 tines on each one. A 6, 12, 24, 36. 36 tines, and look at how nice they all bolt up individually. You don't have to buy an assembly. You can repair or replace a tine if you screw up. So that's great. I've noticed that every bolt is a minimum of a grade 5. There is no other bolt, not even these little shield bolts or anything. Those are all grade 5. So it's not cheap bolts. This is right at 3/8. It's well over 5/16, not quite 3/8. And this tube has got to be a heavier tube. And here's a nice little item. The left side has the drive, passenger or driver side, and the left side of the machine. So this bracket and this bracket can adjust. you can shift this whole assembly over so you can come up against walls or planters or retaining walls, whatever that you want to do. And that is really cool, because I did not expect that. And we're going to put this onto the tractor, and we're going to see how long it takes me to maybe stand it on its nose or something. I don't know. That thing is heavy as you wouldn't believe. Combined weight, I'm not sure, but I'll find out what it is and hopefully tack it into this this video, maybe with a subtitle or something. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and start putting this together. First thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove all the bolts here and here. There's 3 bolts on each side. They include the bolts, and they put them in where you need them, so you know where they go. That's cool. Well, anyhow, we'll get this thing all together and get ready to hook up the tractor, and I'll show it to you before we hook up the tractor. Alrighty, off we go. Get this thing assembled. Okay, folks. Well, as you can tell by the coffee cup, it's steaming just a little bit. I turn off the tractor so you can hear a little bit better. Yeah, it's gotten kind of cool. And here it is. It's a Countyline SC 48-inch. What did it tell it? I have it assembled. I had the shoes on and all. There's a couple little issues. One, I don't have the PTO shaft hooked up. I have to cut it. At least they don't make it too short. They make it at max length. So that'll work out. Also, the kickstand will not stow in the upper position because it hits. You know, it hits there on the shoe. So I'm just going to have to flip it over and store it like that, and that's fine with me. It's up and out of the way. And if it falls, the pin comes out, don't go down and get tore up really. Everything fit. It is a pain in the butt. The angle on these brackets is a little bit crooked. You see how it's splayed out at the top? Well, it's also splayed a little bit at the bottom. But they need to check those angles. They're not. Someone's QA was way off. Way off. This does not go down quite all the way, but that's alright. I think it'll be better that way. I have the shoes adjusted all the way up, which allows these the side plate just to show on those radiuses. That's alright. It'll work like that. I like the idea of the adjustable width on the arms because you can shift them over to one side, bring that over a little bit farther out. Take a little shot from here. There you can see it is just past, oh wait a minute, there, just past the wheel. So you can get just a few inches. This side's really right on it. So that's the width is this of the cut is the width of the Ford 1220. I like it. It has plenty of ground clearance when it's up. That's quite a bit of clearance. I took it off at the trailer, and if I am smart about it, I don't hang up. I was trying to get it off before, and I still had that frame hooked up under it, where it didn't have enough clearance to raise it up off that frame. And I didn't have a boom or anything, but I like it. Oh, the gearbox has a dipstick. There's a dipstick here. It's also a vent. This does not have a dipstick. That has a sight glass. Also, you can see, you can dump oil there. Fill it up until it reaches that point. Alright, well, I'm happy with it. I think this is going to be a nice little addition to the collection. This should actually pay for itself. Now, everything all told was a little over $2,700. Ouch. But everything used I found a couple of $1,000 ones. They were really beat to Schmidt. They weren't worth fixing. There's probably a couple other $1,000 ones needs a little love and care. Be okay to use if you aren't going to depend on it to do a commercial job. This one I think can do commercial work. It is really heavy duty. I wouldn't have a problem buying this if I had 5 acres and did it every week. Well, this will be it for this one. I'm not going to go tilling today. I have to cut that PTO shaft to size. And they give you full instructions on that. And I'll let you know how it goes. Probably do a little filming on that. There'll be a separate video. But everything all told, I like it. I like it a lot. Do need to put fluid in the front wheels. And I'll put in tubes and then fill the tubes with liquid. Probably a little water, salt water or something like that. Keep it from freezing. Don't have to worry about real low temperatures. But that ought to give me quite a bit of weight up front. And that'll keep it in line and still not interfere with the mowing deck when I put it on. I have 2 new tires coming. We'll see how they look whenever they get here. The first ones I ordered were way too narrow. Oops. My fault. Okay, that's it for this segment. Take care. Have an adventure, and get out. Get out of the house. Get out. Just go do something. Alright.